My name is Sam. I go to Harvey Mudd College. I'm an engineering major, class of 2014.
My name's Dot Silverman. I'm a senior at Pomona College. I'm majoring in physics, but I'm doing an engineering clinic at Harvey Mudd.
My name is Matthew Tambara. I go to Harvey Mudd College, and I'm an engineering major with a focus on electrical, computer, digital engineering.
My name is Alberto Ruiz. I go to Harvey Mudd College. I am a graduating senior who studies physics.
We are working with City of Hope Hospital. It's a cancer research center in Doherty, California. And so our task is to count and detect all surgical instruments in an operating room.
In any given operation, hundreds of instruments are used, and nurses have to manually track and count these instruments.
That's why City of Hope came to us, to try to help solve this problem. Our goal is to create a system to automate the process of counting and detecting all of these instruments during a surgery.
So in order to achieve the goals of rapidly finding instruments if they do go missing, and to simultaneously track hundreds of instruments, we're using 3 different technologies. RFID, which is radio frequency identification, fluorescent tags, and we're using metal detection.
So how our system works is we are going to be placing RFID antennas all over the tables where the instruments are held. So flat trays, and then also putting kind of custom-made RFID antennas that we made out of alligator clips inside of the actual trays where the instruments are being held. So all that the surgeons or nurses would need to do is press a button on the computer and it should just find everything.
Our fluorescent tagging technology involves a few different steps. The first step is actually creating fluorescent tags. And the way we do this is that we use fluorescent powders or pigments. We mix them in with a latex paint base, and we paint a barcode on the instruments. And then once this barcode uniquely identifies each instrument, we coat that with a silicone layer so that it can be sterilized, because it is going to be used within the operating room. And then after that, we have this modular sensor that is able to take pictures of these fluorescent barcodes, and then wirelessly we sent that image of the barcodes into a central computer that does the image processing in order to say what instruments are actually in our field of view.
The GUI will have a button that will just say count instruments, and if you click that button, then it will go through the RF. The antennas will pick up automatically all of the tags that it can read on the instruments in the tray, and it will record what those tags correspond to in instruments and list them out. So we can draw a line from each of the start bits, that is the green bits, to the stop bits, which are the red bits. So if we want to get a binary code for each of those barcodes, all we have to do is read the colors across from the start to the stop bit. We could do that for all the instruments at one time in a single image.
So it was a great opportunity for us at City of Hope to be able to collaborate with the Harvey Mudd program. We thought it would be an extension of our operating room, thoughts that are behind what we can do in the operating room with different energy devices, and take that to an engineering school where we would be able to actually have students actually work on it and develop the idea right from the basic concept to fruition, and actually being able to build a prototype of what we are looking forward to. In that aspect, I think City of Hope had a great opportunity to test this hypothesis, and we've had an amazing experience with the Harvey Mudd kids.
I've always thought of, how do we count instruments, and that's what the project we're working on right now. But I think one of the problems was, I'm thinking of it in a way of an older person, and I kind of get stuck. So it's nice to have people that are thinking of it completely different, and that's why you have these fresh new minds. So that's been the best, and then they're just a wonderful group to work with.